To generate power, you must remember the first point. When you generate power, it's always your hand. Don't just swing the racket with your arm. When I loop, I never just swing my arm. This is what I call just swinging the arm. When I loop, my arm stays connected here. Remember, if my rotation range is sufficient, my racket movement doesn't require much arm swing. My hand always rotates with my body, see that? When I loop, it always rotates like this. As long as this rotation range is sufficient, my hand will naturally move along with it. My hand doesn't have that much independent swinging motion, but a lot of amateurs, why can't you generate power? Because whether you're loading up or generating power, you're always relying on what? You're always relying on this arm swinging force. Once you overemphasize this force, your body rotation disappears. I'm using my arm too much here. I can't add anything from my body here. And my waist and legs do this. My whole stroke just ends up like this, disjointed. If it's all arm swing, where am I supposed to swing to? Where's the target? It becomes disconnected from the waist and legs. Right now, isn't my hand rotating with my body, right? And then when I exert force, I don't need to push off forcefully. I simply press down with the balls of my feet. Hey, using that pressure, I rotate my hips through. See that? That's how my waist and legs generate power. This is modern table tennis waist-leg power generation. You don't need to push off or pull. Just press down through the balls of your feet. You press, and it's a very short, sharp action, and the force is already enough. A lot of amateurs push off like this. Right? Think about it. Even if you make contact pushing off like that, how can you be consistent? The movement is big and slow, and it's hard to be explosive. When they loop, their legs either move like this, they move sideways, or they just go sideways. You need to understand clearly. In modern table tennis, leg drive is not really called pushing off. Instead, it's this. Keep your thighs engaged, plant your feet firmly. Use the strength from the balls of your feet to drive your center of gravity. What I want is this kind of rotational force transfer. This is the force that lets me drive into the ball. That's how I get a powerful loop, not this kind of linear force. I need this rotational force to make solid contact. Contact the ball solidly, then close. That's how I get penetration, how I hit through the ball. What I don't want, and what many amateurs think, is to loop like this, straight forward, or loop like this. Then your ball just makes a sound, no power. Why do many people struggle to generate power? It's because you're using purely linear force. When you generate power, what are you looking for? Which direction is your force? It's just up and down, or forward and back. It's all linear. What's linear? This is linear. With linear motion, you lack rotational or a cross force. Give me a ball. How can I really hit through it? Hitting through it, that's when it's most powerful, right? The body drives into the ball, and the arm closes forward. That's when my power is maximized. If when I loop, hey, I only do this, straight forward, I'm missing this rotational across force. Get it? Why do I have power in my loop? Because I have this across component. I have this rotational drive, see, normal shot, I have the across. My loop goes across then closes. It follows a semicircular path. See that? But what path do many players take? Many players go in a straight line, a straight loop. Straight, linear. So, your loop lacks rotational force. Whether you're focusing on spin or power, you can't effectively use your body. Do you understand, friends, what is a cross or rotational force? Right, what is our loop? Our loop combines two forces. One is the force to drive into the ball and make solid contact. The other is the force to close the racket over the ball. But many amateurs only consider the closing force from the hand. They don't consider this rotational force from the body. Never push off your legs like this, straight. You have to drive into the ball like this, rotationally. For a complete, solid contact, that's when your power is maximized. The body's rotation combined with the forearm closing. Right, rotation is the key. It's not about extending outwards. Closing is key, so how does the hand close? After you complete the rotation movement fully, the hand naturally falls into the correct position. Right, and remember this, if you truly understand what I'm saying now, you need to realize the movement created by swinging the arm, or more precisely, the movement created by gripping the racket is only this much. The power from your hand is only this much. It's purely the squeeze of your grip. When I rotate, most of the stroke is already completed. All that's left is to add the grip. The grip is just this little bit. That's why my power is so concentrated. Understand? Why do many amateurs learn about gripping the racket but can't get a concentrated grip? Because your gripping action is too big. That's the logic, right? If your body rotation isn't big enough, your hand has to compensate. What does hand compensating mean? My rotation amplitude is sufficient. Then I add the grip, and the stroke is complete. Your rotation might only be this much, just this much. Then your hand can only get here. After that, you have to use your arm to compensate, right? Later, when you loop, it's the same. Your forward rotation is this small. Can that really be called a grip? Making such a big motion, how can it be concentrated? Can you rotate off your right foot? I plant my right foot. Through this rotation, my toes turn open. I don't know if this is what you understand as push and turn. I definitely don't turn like this, pushing off hard. I don't turn like this. I plant my foot and rotate. Don't make your hand movement too big. Only then can you truly experience and understand the feeling of finger power. The grip is just this little bit, body rotates, then grip. That's enough. Don't actively close the forearm. It's because, as I just explained, your rotation range is too small. If you don't close, your arm won't come up. Why do you have to close? Because you should record a video and watch your own loop. You'll see why you have to close. Your rotation range definitely isn't like mine. At most, it's just this much. It can't, so what do I have to do? Close the forearm, right? Your waist movement isn't sufficient. You can only use your hand. That's what we call hand compensation. If your hand compensates for the waist, the stroke falls apart. As long as both your arms are relaxed, between your upper arm and your body, there will naturally be an angle. What does relax mean? Not using force means relaxed. Right, if you're not forcing it, your arms aren't stiff. But many people, what do? The moment you let your arm drift out, or lift it up even just a little, you're immediately tensing up. Your shoulders will be tight. And when you loop, your stroke will fall apart. You'll notice that your upper arm lifts, your elbow lifts, your shoulders are stiff, your hand can't close, you can't get any grip. Rotate your body, and then grip. That's it, nothing more. Okay, this is rotation. See that? This is where real power comes from. What does body leads the hand mean? Look, first I rotate my body. My hand isn't moving independently, just rotating. What does hand leads the body look like? Let's do a few in slow motion. What is body leads the hand? And what is the difference with hand leads the body? See, the body is leading the hand. Right now, my hand isn't moving on its own. Now, what does hand leads the body look like? Let me exaggerate. Now you see the difference. Rotate first, then let the arm follow. This is broken down. 1, 2. And when you connect it, it's one smooth motion. See that? For topspin, you also drop the hand down. You don't bring it back. No one loops by taking the hand back like this. Nobody pulls the hand straight back. Don't ask if this is a backspin stroke. For topspin, the hand drops down. Drop it down to get the ball over. That's step 1. What's step 2? Step 2 is to drive your body forward into the ball first. Many players start closing here, right? Then your power is just from the arm closing. Remember this. Step 1 is about generating power. Step 1 is driving your body forward into the ball first. Watch closely. The ball comes. First, drive forward into it. I make solid contact. Then I close. Watch. Contact solidly, then close. See? It's not. The ball comes, and I just close immediately. Ball comes, I close. Can you see the difference? Pretty clear difference, right? Now I'll make solid contact on a few loops. Got to contact solidly, solid contact. See how the quality immediately changes. Driving into it, right? See the difference? The force from driving into the ball is your body's maximum power. Think about it yourself. If your arm just closes, how much force can you really generate? You have to do this. First, get into position, get ready. First, drive into it, and only then can you generate real power, right? My stroke is very compact, but when I exert force, is it not explosive? Right, is my power not focused? My stroke isn't big, is it? My hand movement is just this small, right? My hand movement is just this small. The rotation is very obvious, right? It's the whole body rotating. Let me give you another key point. What does drive into the ball mean? When the ball comes, I want to hit the ball like this. I don't want to hit it like this. I don't want to think, hey, how do I brush or close on this ball? Instead, I need to think, the ball is coming and I'm going to drive into it like this. In the process of driving, while I'm making that solid contact, I naturally close. There it is, look at that arc. Right, so what's missing? Why do so many players lack power? Why, when you loop, does the ball die in the middle of the table and not go forward? What does only to the middle mean? It's when you loop, and the ball lands here and just stops. No penetration. It just doesn't go forward. Can't reach the baseline. What does that mean? You know that feeling. You can't hit the baseline, right? Why can't you hit the baseline? It's because you're missing this crucial part. Right, look how much rotation I have. That's how you make solid contact. Right, I'm not telling you to do this. Stay low, rotate. Stay low, rotate. Only then can you really hit through the ball. Right, so, why do you always lack power in your loop? And then what do amateurs do? Many players, they think, looping forward isn't powerful enough, and then they start trying to force it forward with their arm, desperately trying to muscle the ball forward. Looping like that, can you generate any power? You're just breaking down your form. If you want to loop like I do, your basic stroke shape can't change. Just rotate your body more forward. See how my hand moves forward just by rotating more. If you don't rotate here, and just use your hand can only go to here. But my stroke, I've added this part. I've added more rotation. My hand shape is the same, but where does it go? One goes here, one goes here. My hand action is the same. I just rotated my body more, and the hand moves forward naturally. That's how you get quality on the ball.
Sorry.